So if you guys haven't noticed, I've put a video out every single day this week, which has been one of the hardest things I've ever had to do for this channel. And the reason why I'm doing it is because last week I didn't put anything out, and I felt horrible about it because I just did. I typically like to get at least three videos out a week, and I didn't get any out last week. So I put one up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and it's now Thursday. And if you haven't seen those videos, you should go back and watch them because I've been working hard on them. So I appreciate if you guys would all check them out. And I'm also currently filming a day in the life 4 right now, actually on this day. So I'm doing I'm doubling up on filming and getting some stuff out. So I'm hoping you guys will love it. So today what I want to talk about is what are the best first mods. The reason why I want to talk about this is because I get this question a lot. I literally get multiple questions a day via Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or other stuffs. But so we're gonna basically kind of go over the main things, in my opinion, that are the best bang for your buck for your first mods. So starting off, personally, I usually recommend an exhaust as the first thing for your car. Whether it's an old Miata or a brand new FRS or it's a big diesel truck. I mean, whatever it is. Personally for me, something that I personally love with cars, I said personally so many times. Things that I love are, I want to be able to hear the car and hear the noises because, I don't know, to me, if it makes it feel fast and it makes me feel happy, it brings joy, therefore I'm gonna do it. So currently on my car, I have the NVIDIA N1, which is known for being pretty damn loud. So obviously I support my first statement. I mean, I have it on my car. I believe it was my first mod. I think. If not, it was one of the absolute first. You can get cheaper ones or really expensive ones. That's for you to figure out, but definitely an exhaust is my first recommendation. The second thing I usually like to suggest is an intake. Now, I mean, I suggest it, but although I don't have it on my car. Personally, my car was loud enough as it is, so I didn't want an intake. But an intake, what it really does, it just makes your car louder. Yes, all intakes claim certain gains. Everything's gonna be like, oh, it has a 7 to 10 horsepower increase and a 10 foot-pounds of torque. Honestly, you won't really feel that. No matter how expensive your intake is, it really doesn't do much. What it really does is allows the car to breathe a little better, and it makes it a little louder. And if you have the turbos, you can hear the whooshies a little more. But other than that, it's basically for noise. I mean, sure, you maybe will get a couple of horsepower out of it, but you're not gonna notice it. You won't feel it. The main thing is you're just gonna hear it. And for my car, I don't want more noise because it's already really loud as it is. So I don't have it, but I usually do suggest it. The third thing that I want to suggest, and this is, I think this kind of only goes for manual transmission cars, and that is a new shift knob. I say this because I like to personalize my car a little bit, and a shift knob is a really great way to personalize your car, but also keep it at a low cost. I mean, as I'm saying that, the shift knob I got was really expensive for a shift knob. I paid $130 for the shift knob, but if you click this video here, you can see the one that I got, and it's really heavy, and there's a lot of different options for shift knobs. A lot of you may say, what will that even do? So for an example, mine has a very low center of gravity, so the knob sits lower than the stock knob, and it's also very heavy, so it makes my shifts a little smoother and go in a little easier. That's what she said. And I personally like that. That's not for everybody, but I personally love it. So a shift knob is a great way to personalize the car a little bit, but keep it at a low cost. The fourth thing that I'm gonna suggest, now this gets a little more expensive, but for me, I think it's a great investment, is either springs or coilovers. Now, which one you wanna do, that's up to you. I am personally running coilovers on my car. They are the Teen Tine, however the hell you wanna pronounce it. Street basis, so I think they're the cheapest ones they make. I mean, don't get really cheap coils. I mean, I pay $800 for mine. I probably wouldn't buy anyone's cheaper than that just because of quality issues. It gets kind of finicky. But I know Teen Tine, however you want to say it, is really reliable and a lot of people love it. So I went and jumped on it. If you want to go springs, that's good too. The reason why I say this is because it increases handling, either way, coils or springs, and it lowers the ride height. And personally on the BRZ, the ride height was super, super tall, so I was like, I need to lower this bitch, and I got coils. And I love the appearance of load cars, so for me, that's a great investment. Lastly, what I'm going to suggest, now this is probably the most expensive mod. This is the most expensive mod of the list, but again, it really personalizes the car, and I love it. So it is going to be wheels. Now, you don't have to get forged wheels or HREs or Vossens or fill in the blank super expensive ones. You can get the cheaper end ones, you can get reps, you can do whatever you want. As long, I just suggest that you do your research on the way certain rims are made. For example, there's gravity cast, low pressure cast, and then you have your forged and etc. Low pressure cast is probably the, it's hard to explain, but the worst kind of casting there is gravity cast, and that's really prone to cracking, breaking, all that type of stuff. All the horror stories you hear about cheap rims, that's where it comes from. I personally have low pressure casts. Now those are one step above. They're not the strongest ones, but they're also not the weakest ones. It's a pretty average wheel. Now, I don't want people to comment being like, oh, yeah, low pressure casks. Well, I had those and they cracked. You know, not all of them are the same. I haven't had any problems. I know a lot of people running low pressure casts don't have any problems. I don't beat my car up, so it's not an issue. But again, if you're gonna go the cheaper route, do your research, figure out the way it's casted, and you'll be all right. But you know, you just want to do your research. And once again, I love wheels because it's a way to really personalize your car. And if you want, you can make them bright red, bright green, or you can make them subtle like mine and go like a silver or a gray or go black, and it really makes your car pop out and really stand out more. So I love them, and wheels are mad. That's all we're going to talk about today, so I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you tomorrow for a day in life 4, and I hope you guys love it, because I'm working my booty off to get all this filming done during class and all that stuff. Anyway guys, I will catch you next time. Peace. Dude, you're hiding chips in here?
At Del Mar, got like VIP parking.
That's hot, dude.
It's been a long time.
That's really hot. I want more.